Hi everyone, welcome to Python Fundamental series. So far, we have studied about how to store data and make decision using conditional statements. But let me ask you a very interesting question. Let's say we have a problem statement like print name of all the students. Okay, we have a problem statement like this, and currently there is one student in the academy. So easier to print. Okay, but let's say, okay, let's say there are 500 students, so we cannot print manually by typing the print statement 500 times. It will require to repeat the task. We will write once and will ask the program to repeat it 500 times. So that is the place where loops come into the picture. So loops are used whenever we need to repeat the task. Okay, wherever repetition is required, we will use loops. And there are two types of loops. First one, for loop. Second one is while loop. So for loop is used when we know how many times we need to iterate our task. Let's say in this scenario, we need to print the names of the student for 500 times, like 500 student name has to be printed. So we need to iterate a certain number. In that scenario, we will be using the for loop, and we will be using the while loop when we are checking any condition and we are repeating the task until the condition is met. That can be anything. Okay. So let's say I keep a condition that keep the window open until 7 p.m. So it's kind of a condition that we have associated that until 7 p.m. the window should be open. Or let's say I entered a condition where I mentioned keep the AC on until it's evening. So the condition is associated. So all of this task where condition is there, we will be using while loop, and wherever we know the number of times we need to iterate, there we will be using the for loop. Okay. And what is the benefit of using loops? So advantage is we get easy to maintain the code. Let me write it down here. Easy to maintain the code and reduces the, I would not say reduces, actually I should say it saves time. Okay. So these are the advantages of using the loop. Now let's jump to the Jupyter notebook. Day 9 loops dot ip y and b. Okay. Okay. So let's start with a simple example where we will have a list of students and the for loop we will be using. That for loop will pick a student at one time, and during each iteration it will print out the name of one student from the list. Okay. So let's say we have a list of student names, uh, Rahul, then there is Ajay, Aman, we have Neha, all of them are there. And the for loop is for student in students, print student. Okay. So before printing the output, let's understand. Here we have built the list of all the student name, and the for loop for each student from this students. Let's say for the first iteration it will be Rahul under the variable student, so it will print Rahul. Then it will move to the next student, Ajay. So it knows that it has to iterate until there is value in the students. One by one it will iterate to each of the values. Okay. So if we print that, you can see first student there will be Rahul. Second student it will be Ajay. Third student it will be Aman. Fourth it will be Neha. After that there is no value on that next index, so students become blank. So it exits the loop. After that it comes out of the loop. Until the condition is there, it will keep on executing that. Okay. So let's say I want to simply print numbers from 0 to 4. Okay. So let me write a program for that. For I in range 5. Okay. Print. Okay. So here you can see. So sometimes we don't have a list or anything. We want to print or we want to perform the action for a certain number of times. Okay. So here a range function will be helpful for us in that scenarios whenever we want to have a action for the fixed number of time. Range can take a start index, start number, and end number -1. Okay. Oops, sorry. I should be writing in the start number and end number. So if we don't provide the start number, it will consider it from 0 to whatever number we have mentioned as the end number. So here first it took at 0. So print I will be 0, then next I will be 1, then next I will be 2, next I will be 3, next I will be 4. As soon as this is printed 5 times, the end number -1 will be the last position that will be printed. Okay. So it will print from 0 to 4 in this case. Okay. So this loop will be executing 5 times. This is useful whenever we simply want to repeat something a fixed number of times. Now, let's say I want to print not from 0 to 4. The same thing I want to print starting from 1 to 5. So what I need to do? For I in range, this time I will specifically ask it to start from 1, go till 5. Okay, so I will type 6 because it's n number minus 1. Till that point it will go. Semicolon, print I. Okay, so this range function will be acting like a counter. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You can see here. First, I will start from 1, then it will go all the way till 5. It won't be including 6 because the last value is not inclusive. Okay. Now, the similar concept that we had during the slicing, similar thing, there is also step size here. So let's say I want to jump to every second value. So for I in range 2 to 11, and I want to jump to every second value. Print I. Okay. So it will print every even number. 2, then it will skip the 3 because of the step size. It will print 4, then again it will skip 5, print 6, skip 7, print 8, skip 9, print 10. It won't go to 11 because last value is not included. Okay. So this is how the range function will work. Start point, end point minus 1, and the step size. Okay. So now let's say we look at the example of while loop. So we have, oops, sorry, I need to print it in the next cell. So count equal to 1. Okay. And while count is less than or equal to 5, until it does not reach to the 5, keep on performing the below block of code. Okay. Keep on executing that. So print the count, and also we will be increasing the count plus 1. Okay, so this is simple. This actually equals count equal to count plus 1. This is shorthand operator. We have in the programming language, it is called shorthand operator, where we combined the count plus 1. This equals to this. Okay, so what it will do, first the value of count is 1. It will go verify this condition. If the while condition is true, it will execute the below block of code. Count is 1. It is satisfying this condition. So it will go here. It will print the value of count 1. Then it will increment the value by 1. So now new count value will be 2. It will again print. It will keep on doing this until the count value reaches to 5. So it will execute 5 times. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. In the fifth iteration, when it reaches here, the count value becomes 6, and this condition in the next iteration will become false, and it will exit the loop after that. Okay. So this is the time where the while condition is used. While loop is used, we need to validate any condition. Okay, let's say uh, if I have to, let me print the students list, and we will try to see a real world example. Let's say I am going through the loop, students loop, and searching for student name Aman. Until I get Aman, I will keep on printing the names of the student. As soon as I get Aman, I will exit out of the loop. Okay, so here if I say for student in students, okay, if name, sorry, if student, not name, if student is equal to Aman, then break the loop and simply print the student. Okay, so what we are asking it to do, we are asking iterate for every student name until you find Aman, and this break is used to exit the loop. Okay, so it will try to exit the loop whenever it finds Aman. Until that time, it will keep on printing. Once it find Aman, it will exit out of this for loop because of the break keyword. Okay, break is used to take you out of the loop execution. Okay, now let's understand the third keyword, that is continue. Okay, so the same line of code we will be writing. So let me copy that, and we will replace the break with continue so we can see the difference. Okay, now you can see the break statement, what it was doing, it was stopping the loop. And what continue is doing, continue is just skipping that particular iteration. So whenever it reached to here Aman, it will print Rahul, then Ajay, then Neha. Whenever it reaches to Aman, it will skip the condition because the continue is not stopping the loop, it will be skipping that particular iteration. Okay, now let's go to another example, how to use the loop with dictionary, because dictionaries have a key value pair. So we go to student, let's create a dictionary name, then there will be Rahul, then we have age, that will be 20, and marks will be 85. Okay, so this is the dictionary that we have. So for key comma value in students, like if we want the dictionary output in the form of a tuple, we studied a method in our dictionary video, students dot items, so we can use that. So what it will do, it will give us two values as a output. First will be key and another will be value. So each pair we will be extracting in these two variables, key and value. It's not necessary to keep the variable name key and value, you can keep anything, but just for clarity I have kept as key comma value. So after that, let's print key, comma, I will enter the semicolon and then value. Okay. So it will print each key value pair. Where it failed. Let me just check. Okay. So the name is incorrect here. The variable name is not students, it's student. Okay. Now it should work. Okay. You can see. So for first iteration, it will go and the key value pair will be name, comma, Rahul. It will be printing in this format. If I change the format something to like a pipe sign here, you can see the difference. Okay. So it will be printing in this format. So this is how we work with loops in the dictionary. Okay. So in this video, let's recap what we have learned. So we learned what is loop, then we understood the for loop, while loop, then we moved to the coding, and on the coding we had a simple loop example. Then we understood the range function. Then we worked with the while loop, break statement. Next was continue. Then we also studied how we can loop through a dictionary. Okay. So this is the scenario that loop is used. And again, the main purpose of loop is to repeat. Instead of writing the same code again and again, we will write it once and we will ask the program itself to repeat until certain condition is met or certain number of iterations are done. So that is the purpose of loop. Okay. So congratulations. Now we have done all the building blocks for our final project video. So in the final video, we will be combining all the concept that we have learned throughout these 9 videos, and we will build a simple student management system project. We will use variables, list, tuples, dictionary, set, condition, loops all together in one mini project. And you will be able to see how a small real world project is using this concept. Okay. So if you like this video, keep watching. Thank you and have a nice day.